Showing in this video how to replace the battery CR2032 on this smart key fob from Volkswagen, and also I'll show how to remove the emergency blade if the battery is bad and you need to unlock the doors. Now to remove the battery on this thing we need either tools like this. This is the only things that I found to work. Otherwise, if you don't have them, it's not going to work. This is a screwdriver from a set like this. Look in the video description if you want to buy them from eBay. And this is a strong needle, a thick one, a very thick one, not the regular needle. This is the 1mm screwdriver. You notice it's just 1mm large. I will show you quickly and then I will go into the details. So keep watching the video. This is just showing you quickly how to remove it. I have to keep the screwdriver flat like this, horizontal. So not perpendicular but horizontal. And I will insert it into the left hole here. You notice there is a tiny hole. I will insert it there. And then I will keep it at an angle like this. And insert it at the top of the hole towards the top. I will insert it deeper. It goes deeper. Once it goes there, it stays like this. You notice there is a tiny gap. Again, the details are just later on in the video. And I will just move it upwards like this, and this whole metal piece will detach. So let's just keep it maybe like that. I will just swing it, and that piece came out. The battery, this is the battery tray, just there. You can either undo it with your fingernail, but it's a little bit difficult. So maybe grab a butter knife and just go into the corners and just pry it like this. Keep the fob with the buttons up so the battery doesn't fall. This is your battery, negative pole upwards. Look in the video description if you want to buy it from eBay. Positive pole downwards. You also have plus here. If you place it back, insert it there, but go gently. Really go gently. If it feels it doesn't go in there, don't force remove it and try again. And try to get it horizontal. So if you feel it grabs something, don't push it. It has a little bit of spring like, but it should go very easily in there, just like that. And now this blade, this side metal piece goes at the bottom, hooks like that. It has a hook, and at the top you have to press it to lock it in place. It has also a small hole because there is a locking pin in there, just like that. Now to remove the blade, we have to do two things. First, the first step is to depress this button fully and the blade will pop out here. Just like this. This is the first step. The second step, we need to keep this button depressed and also to keep this little stop depressed. Both of them at the same time. And let's just go for it. Keep this button like this with one finger. Press it against. Keep it pressure. And then with my fingernail, I will just depress this small tab. I will press against it and then grab the key at the bottom. Don't grab it here, it won't work. Grab it at the bottom here, just like that. And slide it out from there. One more time. Keep depressed. Slide the key out from there. Again, you have to depress both this guy and this guy fully at the same time. And keep the pressure and slide the key out. So maybe practice a little bit, it should be working. The key goes back just like that with this angle. Normally it will make a click and a second click and it should stay secure. So let's just try it again. I pop it out. I keep pressure on both buttons. Keep your fingernail really depressing that small tab. Grab at the bottom here and it should slide out. Let's see now for details. For the details to remove the battery. Like I said, there are two holes here. You can use both of them, but this is the best one because we detach the left side. And now this hole has a plastic piece inside and at the top right here there is a small flat gap, and that's where this blade goes into that gap. So when you place the screwdriver into that hole, you place it horizontally, just like this. Just see if it's horizontal, and then you travel to the top of the hole, pretty much like that, top of the hole, and also give it an angle. It's important. Without the angle, it won't go into that gap. And once you are at the top at an angle, push it a little bit more. You notice how it goes in there? It just goes in there some more, a little bit of travel. So keep some pressure on it and you just lift it. You notice this metal piece will just come out, just like that. Also, the metal piece has a small hole here. You can grab it with your fingernail, and this is how it works. Basically, there is a small tab in there. When you lift, when this screwdriver is engaged into that tiny hole at the top of the bigger hole, it will release a small tab here. You have to really get the screwdriver deeper. If it doesn't go deeper, it won't grab that small hook. You notice now it's working very nicely. So again, you place it into that hole, go to the top of the hole, make an angle, and then keep it horizontal, rotate a little bit to match that small gap, and press against it. You notice how it went inside, it travels 1 or 2 millimeters, and now it's stuck in there. And at that moment you can release the tab. Notice now the tab is working. If it's not into that hole, the tab will not move and you won't be able to remove that piece. So this is pretty much it. It's not exactly very easy to figure out how to work on this thing, and also we may just need to be patient, but by all means try to get that screwdriver or a thick. Let me just show you how it works with this one. Again, I will match it inside. I will just move at the top of the hole, make an angle, and now I'm going to push it. And it should enter a little bit. And now if I lift it, the metal piece just comes out from there. I hope it helps you guys. Sorry for the longer video, but I think there is a detail important to show. And this should be good for 2-3 years. The battery should be good for 2-3 years if you buy a good brand. One thing about these batteries, these market fobs, is that the battery may drain when you come at home, park your car, go inside the home, and usually will put the K-fob somewhere on the table or someplace. If the K-fob is too close to the car, maybe under 10-15 meters, the K-fob will try to communicate with the car, and this may drain the battery while you are at home. It will drain it faster. That's why we replace them that often. So one thing is perhaps to just place the K-fob inside the house farther away from the car, and maybe place it into some metal can or something like this that will just protect the wireless communication, to prevent the wireless communication to happen. This is just a few tips. Enjoy your car.